writing my new application in Swift. Here are the reasons why. Now, I would have loved to build this out with React Native, but the problem is performance, right? You have to pick technologies based on what you need, right? So with Swift, I wanted to build my app so that it can handle really hard video content, right? So it could do 4K exports, it could do video manipulation and everything like that. And while React Native, you could in theory use Expo modules and build the performance intensive stuff with Swift. But the thing is, you then have to switch between multiple languages, and the complexity of the whole project becomes a little bit more than I should handle, right? Don't get me wrong, React Native, Flutter, whatever it is, it's really good to ship something fast. It's really good for shipping something to multiple platforms, but I had to pick Swift for this application alone. The second reason was I use Apple devices all the way, basically. That's why I decided to develop specifically for Swift. So the testing process, everything in the pipeline is actually quite simple to develop for. The reason that I've noticed with React Native applications is that sometimes the libraries aren't there. So for example, I was looking for this one library which would help me with voice detection. And in React Native, there are some libraries for that, but sometimes there are some bugs that you don't really understand, and you still have to get into the Swift code to actually resolve those types of bugs or incompatibilities. So, just decided to pick Swift because of that. Speaking of iOS platform, actually, if you were to compare it to Android, the platform for Android actually nets less revenue than Apple. So as you can see in this chart right here, actually iOS users spend 2.5 times more in in-app purchases than Android users. And in general, just if you look at the metrics, it's usually somewhere in the range of 2 times more spend per user on iOS platform. So I think mainly just because of that, you should be developing for Apple platforms especially, right? While researching how the Apple ecosystem works and everything like that, I noticed that there were some rumors that apparently App Store for Apple pushes out apps that use Swift more. So for example, if you really want to rank more on the App Store by optimizing your search, you should probably develop with Swift. Either way, the app is going to be a little bit more performant, and Apple will probably increase your app's search performance just because you're developing on Apple platforms. And mainly because of these reasons, developing my app in Swift. I'm actually curious if you guys are developing any apps yourself and what choices you took when you were developing your app. If you could tell me in the comments, that would be awesome. Anyways, besides that, that's it.